get a better GPS, because the GPS that I have is really, really small, so it's kind of hard to see. But this road that I'm about to get on, you know, it's 50. Everybody's doing like 50, 55. So got the Zoom exhaust, and it is very loud, but that's a good thing. People hear you. Another good thing is if you can draft a car, that helps. See, I'm at 62, you know, 64, 65, 66. So real world, I'm probably doing 60. But it's fun because this bike makes you think, it makes you plan, it makes you evaluate every situation, because you're trying to work with, I don't know, what do they got, like 9 horsepower at best. So, but it's adequate, it's enough. It's not going to let you make any passes unless, you know, it's a farm tractor or something. But it really makes it makes it fun because it's another dimension. You know, you're planning your rides. But as you can see, this guy's rolling 60 miles an hour, and he's pulling away from me a little bit. I'm wide open in fifth, but I don't have any complaints about the performance and the speed of this bike. I was actually surprised. I thought it was going to be slower than what it is, so kind of happy with that. So yeah, the only thing on this bike so far is just the Zoom exhaust. There's no tuner. I didn't do anything to the airbox. It's just a stock bike with a Zoom exhaust. I think if I do anything, it'll probably lean towards a cam. I think that's the best way to go. I know that DHM has a stage 2 where you get the intake, the cam, and the tune for like 330 bucks. But I'm not itching to go out and just do that right away, because this bike is just, I know if I leave it alone stock, it's going to be reliable. It's not, and I'm not really disappointed in the performance. It's not like I'm holding anybody up, you know. Oh my god, what a fun bike this thing is to ride. You almost feel like it shouldn't be allowed on the road because it's so small and so nimble. And I'm still getting used to it. I've only had it for a short time, but braking late and diving into corners is so much fun. I'm probably going to put some better rubber on it. But, you know, it helps to have a really fast cornering bike because you carry speed. You need to carry speed on this thing because you don't have the acceleration. So that's a plus, having these little tiny tires and diving in, being nimble. And Everybody says they have problems finding neutral. I don't have any problems finding neutral on this thing. It's got 1,800 miles on it. I got no issues finding neutral. As usual, high beams on. You want to ride pretty close to the yellow line so that oncoming traffic can see your headlight. You really don't want to ride over here because then you're invisible to oncoming traffic. So, stuff you learn over the years. The brakes on this are pretty good. Front suspension's a little squishy. There's certain areas you can get stuck, like if you gotta slow down and you're on an uphill and you know you're trying to accelerate, it can be a little pokey. You might have to downshift and wind it out pretty good, but I love it because you know your top speed's 63 at best. Your top speed's real world is you're going to be running around 57, 58. So you know it's summertime, it's hot. I got shorts on, my knee pads, my elbow pads, you know, and a t-shirt, and I feel pretty good about that. It still lets me stay cool, but I still have protection. I worry mostly about my shoulders. If I did have to go down, there's nothing there. They do sell some protection. I've been looking at, you know, jackets that you can wear to have like a shoulder thing in them. I might be getting something like that, but you know, when it's in the summer and you put on all the safety gear and you're so hot, you don't even feel like riding because then you start sweating and it kind of takes the fun out of it. You know, I've read that putting a small fairing on this will actually gain you like 1 mile an hour. So I might explore that. Nothing obnoxious, but I know there's some companies that make very small ones, so play with that.
Bro, that's a Grom?
Yeah.
That shit looks sick.
Thanks, man. So we're going against the wind now on the way back here. We'll see how. I'd say it's a good breeze. I'd say it's blowing close to 10. You see it on them flags over there. We're definitely heading into a strong wind. 58. Not quite full throttle. So not bad. Not bad. I mean, you obviously wouldn't want to take this on the highway, but anywhere else, I don't see a problem. If I ever get a speeding ticket on this, I'm going to frame it. will say one thing though. I plan on changing the oil on this bike like probably every 1,500 miles. It's just cheap insurance. It only takes a quart, you know what I mean? It's not like you're spending a ton of money. And, you know, because these things, they spend their whole life in the upper RPMs. You know, you're running 7,000, 8,000 all the time. $10.40 in the summer, $10.30 in the winter. I do, there's a company called Brake Free. They make a light that sticks on the back of your helmet that's rechargeable, and it senses motion, and it acts like a third brake light, flashes, and then comes on solid. They're not cheap. They're like 140 bucks if you can get them on sale, but I think that might be something that would really work with this bike because your tail light's so low. I mean, I try to do, you know, day glow shirts, fluorescent orange or green shirts and gloves. Make yourself, you know, stand out a little bit. But almost everywhere I go, I'll talk to somebody. People stop you. What is that? Is that a Grom? How fast does it go? And if you like to talk to people, I like to talk to people. And usually when I tell them I'm getting like 110 miles in a gallon, they're blown away by that. I went riding the other day with my neighbor, my best friend. He's got a Gold Wing. That must have looked something else. A Gold Wing and a Grom riding together. But he said the same thing. It didn't seem like I was slowing him up. The acceleration's adequate. I'll do a tuck here and see what we can get into. Back up, see what she drops down to. $62, $61. I'm going up a hill, a little bit of wind. 59, 58. That's still good. I mean, that's still 54, 55 that I'm running. You look silly, but if you really do need a couple miles an hour and you're struggling, you can always tuck down. Good bike.